Alright everyone, today we're diving into twisty adventure. You're in the woods, a cabin's at the end, and there's a princess in the basement. You need to slay her or the world's a toast. But this princess is no pushover, she got tricks. It's not the usual fairy tale, but the world's counting on you, so I'm gonna grab my gear and let's see what happens. Like, subscribe, and let's roll. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, so we got a narrator, fantastic. So, at cabin in the woods, we got a princess, let's keep going. Keep going.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright, so if I don't slay the princess, it'll be the end of the world. Interesting, very strange, but okay. Alright, so what we got? We got some kind of options here. The end of the world, what are you talking about? Yeah, let's kind of find out more information.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Okay, that doesn't sound good. Yeah, I like the birds, I like the trees. So, if the only thing we have to do is slay this princess to keep the world going, I mean, I guess. Okay, so let's see, what else can we do? Okay, this makes sense, you know, but how can a princess locked away in the basement, you know, end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
But I have so many questions, come on! Seriously, narrator? Okay, I'm getting fed up with this guy. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Yeah. Try that.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
I see.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Okay, so this guy is not taking no for answer. So let's try to get this princess. Okay, so what if I try to deny this?
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
Okay, I have to do it. Okay, let's see what else we got. Okay, so we're just gonna say, okay, fine, I'll go to the cabin.
As long as you remain focused on your goal, it should all be smooth sailing. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Seriously, that fast, huh? Okay.
A warning before you go any further.
Oh.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I see. Proceed into the cabin. Okay, and it's only one choice.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. Blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, there's my blade. Take the blade, enter the basement. Okay, so let's go ahead and take the blade, right? I don't have to really kill her if I didn't need to.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Great. Okay, so we got the blade. Let's keep going. Enter the basement. Uh-oh, there he comes. Princess!
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Okay, that is actually funny. Okay, so this is awful cabin, and I don't know why she's calling princess if she actually lives here. But probably not, right?
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Uh-oh. Me? Hello?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Okay. So just say hi, just check on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Continue down the stairs. Okay, let's just say hello.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? The knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
Okay, well, it kind of does. I apologize, but, you know, dang it, she knows. She knows.
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it.
Sure.
Don't you dare.
Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Okay, let's go ahead and drop this.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
Okay, I don't know if she's just a cartoon type or she doesn't actually look all that pretty. But this is better drawing than I can ever do.
We'll be fine. We don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Relationship? Already? Yeah, it's pretty awkward. Let's see, which one do I want to pick? Okay, let's her have a choice, you know, let her speak. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about it?
Don't just tell her that.
Oh boy.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Yeah, you would say that.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, they didn't. That's the thing. Alright, let's stand up to her a little bit, let's say, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret from me.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Yeah.
What if they're bad reasons, though? If they had good reasons for thinking I was dangerous, wouldn't they have shared them with you? I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to leave.
Okay, she's making really good freaking points, right?
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
What if this narrator is actually the bad guy? I'm really confused.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I really don't trust her, and I don't know if I really trust this guy as well, so I really don't know. This is crazy. Alright, let's ask her name.
She hesitates before answering.
Oh boy.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Okay, I didn't like that answer.
Again, she offers no specifics.
No specifics,
No matter
exactly.
how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
See, okay, I'm questioning her now. Even more. Okay, let's try. Is she coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Okay, how would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
Cut her freaking arm off? Is that what she's talking about?
She is. I'm sure of it.
Well, that is really crazy. Okay.
Too long.
Been here too long. Got it. Okay, enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
I think so. I think I'm gonna try to kill you. Or slay you.
You know why you're here.
Okay, slay the princess. Get you out of here. Examine the chains. Let's try that. Let's see if I can actually get her out of here. If I die, I die. I'll just start the game all over and I continue with a good ending. Who knows?
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
Get out of here. My decision.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Okay. Okay, let's check upstairs. Let's see if there's a key.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh boy.
Is someone else here? Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Okay, got it. Return to the stairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Shut up.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Okay, boy, let's see what happens. I want to know. Let's save the princess first.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay, I push the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
What? No, I don't want to do that.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Right.
Watch me.
Oh boy. Okay, I have no options just to slay the princess, so that's how they left me. Okay. Oh, wait. Warn her. Oh, wait, I do. Look at that. I can warn her, okay.
Stop that.
No, I can't.
Thought this was a little too easy.
Woo! Am
Your
I
body
dead?
lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Okay, slay the princess. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Oh boy.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Look at my nails! I'm a monster!
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Wow.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Pass! Maybe that's ending number 1. Oh wait, chapter 2, the prisoner. What? Maybe not.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, so I'm doing this again or what? Okay, but I died. What am I doing
I can
here?
assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
My goodness.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Okay, let's just go. Let's maybe slay the princess this time and see what happens.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
That's funny. Okay, proceed into the cabin. Let's go.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, so you didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall, so this is something new, right? Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Yeah, let's
reach
wipe it
forward
clean.
and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Okay, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Oh, she knows I'm here to kill her. Okay, let's just slay her.
Without a moment of hesitation, you charge the princess, your blade primed to deliver a lethal strike.
And?
Do you think these chains take away my saying things? I said no.
As you move towards the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists.
This was kind of pretty.
In an instant they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly. The metal chains constrict around your windpipe as the princess heaves with a muscled intensity.
Drop the knife or you die.
Oh my god, she's gonna kill me.
What is she doing? We weren't trying to attack her.
Yeah, we were.
I can see where she might have gotten the wrong idea. She doesn't have much agency here. Would we have trusted her if the roles were reversed? I don't know. How about we think about the nuances of interpersonal relationships when we're not being strangled? How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
Okay, let's just slay her.
You steel your will and refuse to give in to the princess's demands, ignoring the stars dancing in your eyes and the screaming of your starved lungs. You strike. You fumble your first few attempts, only making surface-level scratches and gouges as your arm flails forward, barely able to obey you. But a single focused blow was all it took. Your blade pierces up through her ribs, slicing through flesh, striking her heart. The chains loosen. The darkness creeping in at the edges of your vision subsides.
None of this was ever very fair, was it? But I did kill you last time. I should have expected you might want some petty revenge.
Oh my god, so she does remember me.
Unfortunately for you, that means you've dug your own grave. You can forget about me ever helping you again, even if it damns us both.
That's not good.
And just like that, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Oh boy, what's the reward?
I don't like this. It was too easy.
It was definitely too easy.
It was not too easy. We almost died. That's right. This was an incredibly difficult task, and you performed it admirably. Let's just get out of here. I don't like looking at her body. Plus, he said there'd be a reward. I'd appreciate a reward right about now. You have the attention span of a fly. How are we supposed to unravel the mysteries of this place if you're so easily distracted by empty promises? It's better to have a short attention span in a situation like this. There's no use dwelling on the past, especially when it's already set in stone, and especially when your promised reward is not, in fact, empty and is worth all the adversity you've been through to get here. Fine, but if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it. With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here.
The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty. The door. Check the door.
Open the door, accept your reward. Yeah, let's do that. I feel like something's gonna be off.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows.
But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward? This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it.
This guy, man, I need some who's up with him.
Okay. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
So now I'm locked up in here.
Like hell it is.
That's bullshit. Let us out of here. I don't know. I'm pretty okay with this. I was kind of hoping we get a better ending for saving the world. Yeah, let's do that one.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No, this is the beginning of eternity. Your reward, like I just told you.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Okay, at least I'm happy, unless he's just lying.
Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
Oh, I get to slay myself. Oh my god, okay. What do you suggest then?
We still have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over.
Oh my god.
He's suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
I'd rather kill myself, honestly. Alright, let's try the first one. Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy, we're happy.
We're not happy. He's just telling us that we are. I can tell you for a fact that I'm extremely unhappy right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, what he said.
Okay. I don't want to die again. I didn't like dying last time. I'm going to accept my reward now.
That's great. Congratulations. You've earned it.
So,
more happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
He's just saying things.
The voice's protestations fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
what? Good ending. You did it. You saved everyone. Are you kidding me?
You stop that.
No.
Stop all this nonsense.
This is funny.
You really don't want to be happy, do you?
My god.
You know what you have to do.
Okay. I have to slay myself, don't I? Okay, I don't think he's gonna let me do anything else but to slay myself. So just do that.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want?
I don't have to answer that.
That's all we needed to hear.
You raise the blade, then drive it into your heart.
Boy.
You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Chapter 3, The Grey. Oh my god, really? Okay.
You're on a path in the woods.
See, that wasn't so bad. And now we've got another chance to get to the bottom of things. Bit by bit, we're starting to unravel this place.
There are so many more threads to pull once you stop feeling.
That's a little dark, buddy. You feeling okay?
I'm feeling nothing. And I like that just fine.
Voice of the Cold.
He's not wrong. Sentimentality won't help us here. We need scientific rigor.
So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2? It's our 3rd. What gave it away? Your open discussions.
you came around on that awful fast. Have you just been pretending to forget every time? I'm afraid not. Whatever other versions of me you've met in those other lifetimes were just that. Other versions of me. I just wish I'd been the first. So you knew how all this worked. Why didn't you ever tell us? We could have used it to our advantage. That's because there is no using it to your advantage. The more information you have, the harder it will be for you to succeed. It's not like it was that difficult to slay her last time. She may have put up a fight, but her flesh is still softer than our blade. And now she's dead, and I doubt she'll be able to do much of anything from the grave. You already slew her, and you survived? Yes. Then why, pray tell, are you here? Oh, I know that one. We killed ourselves. Why? Because you thought trying to stuff us away in a corner for eternity was a suitable reward. Was it not? What better reward is there than eternal bliss? You should have been happy. We weren't. We were bored. You were bored. I was just unhappy. There were still answers that we needed to find. It was actually working. And you killed yourself. I can't believe it. You ruined everything. How does us dying ruin everything? What aren't you telling us? It just does. And I'm not telling you lots of things, but it's for your own good. It's for the good of everyone. It seems to me like keeping secrets didn't help you last time, so you should start talking. Fine, the world doesn't stay saved if you die. And if the world isn't saved, then that means she is dead. Oh, now isn't that interesting? I assumed she'd just be a pile of old bones. But perhaps she's not. There's only one way to find out. We should go see her. Let's try something different this time. We've already seen what happens when we slay her, and I'm not convinced that's a way out for us. I'm not even convinced there is a world to save.
Okay, so this is all really confusing, so we might go see her again, right, to see if she's alive or not. Alright, I'm gonna pick this one. Whatever happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. We might as well see this through. Proceed to the cabin. Let's go.
I'm sure you've already heard my words of warning in one of your past lives. You've already managed to slay her once, just don't muck it up this time, alright? What we do is entirely up to us. And we have all those mysteries to unravel. Isn't that right? You aren't here to solve a mystery. You're here to save the world. That's what you say. But how can we be sure? We can't be sure of anything except what's right in front of us. Okay, but we should care about the fate of the world. Why? Because we should. I don't know. It's important. Is it? Yes. I think. Don't let them make you second-guess yourself. The fate of the world is the most important thing there is. For all we know, the world you're talking about isn't even real. Of course it's real. Where do you think you are? Somewhere else? Maybe we are. This is horribly unproductive. The cabin and your extremely important destiny await.
Okay, let's proceed to the cabin. Let's see what's happened.
As soon as you enter the cabin,
Whoa.
you're struck by an overwhelming scent of decay, of mold and death and stagnant water. The once stately wooden building is bloated, its beams dripping with a black ooze of putrefaction, all but the exterior stone walls warped beyond recognition. It must have been beautiful once, but in its ruin, it is beyond repulsive. But you're not alone. You can feel something watching you. There is a figure, faintly outlined against the rotting wood of the wall. Is that her?
With a knife in her chest, right?
It's like she isn't even there. See? We killed her. You're right. Maybe she doesn't reset like us. She certainly doesn't look the same as she did last time. Before you can make a move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door on the far side of the room. The door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door. It's just that damn mirror again. Yes, the mirror that he can't see. The mirror? Is this some kind of joke? Did you all plan this out before dying? There is no mirror. There's the door to the basement, the table, and the pristine blade. That's strange. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
He's questioning himself now, okay.
Maybe it's gone because we've already killed her with it. But we had it with us when we died. And besides, everything else has reset. Why wouldn't the blade have reset too? Maybe it's because we've already explored that avenue. We've seen what happens when we slay her. Maybe this place has decided we don't need to try that again. I suppose it doesn't matter why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement?
There's no freaking door, dude. Okay. Explore where there's no door.
If this is anything like last time, the mirror will disappear as soon as we try and touch it. I'm sure the door is just behind it. You're clearly hallucinating, but I'd rather not get into it with you right now. The door to the basement is on the far side of the room, whether you can see it or not.
Where's the mirror? What happens?
Make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You must think you're looking at that mirror you mentioned earlier, the one that doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open the door.
Right, so we got the door.
It's still so hazy. We should try and clean it off. Yes. Trying to touch it does seem to be the magic spell to get it out of our way. Maybe it won't disappear this time and we'll finally get a good look at ourselves. We should explore every option.
Wipe the mirror clean, yes.
Reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. The handle is just a little to your right, and a little down. Yeah, we can see it now. So much for our reflection. We didn't need to see ourselves anyway. I'm much more interested in seeing other things.
Okay, so there's a door.
No way left to go but down. The door to the basement groans open. The air is foul and wet, so thick that you can almost feel it settle onto your skin in layers of grime. The stairs are coated with slimy algae, the wood rotted through in places, reeking of fetid vegetation. A wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs, face veiled in shadows, legs submerged up to her shins in dark waters. There she is again. Barely. She's just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment, then she vanishes around the corner.
I'm sorry about last time, are we good? I was thinking about there, I think we have a lot to talk about. I don't have a weapon. There wasn't anything upstairs for me when I got here. Let's do, I think we have a lot to talk about.
Receive no response.
Oh boy, she's mad. She's not gonna help me anymore.
Do you think she's upset with us? I don't like being here unarmed after what happened last time. I feel so exposed. She doesn't seem fully there. I'm not sure she's even capable of being upset. You aren't helping. Are you scared of a little ghost? What's she going to do? Look at us until we feel bad? She can look all she wants. It won't do anything.
Alright, proceed down the stairs.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A bloated body floating face down in slowly rising waters. Her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain. This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom. See? She's dead. She's not just dead. It looks like she's been rotting. So killing her does stick. Mostly. But if she's dead, then what are we supposed to do? She isn't dead. You clearly just believe she is. Her corpse is floating right in front of us. You can stop it with the mind games. If she's dead, then do we even have to do anything? How can she be a threat to the world like this? Thoughts are cut short by the sound of a slamming door and a clicking lock.
Oh boy, somebody else here, but somebody closed the door, right?
You turn to see the shade of the princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs. So that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart. And yet she isn't dead. She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before? Oh, for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest. This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even. Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying, or destroying, if we want to be a little more death neutral, seems off the table. Yeah, this is tricky. But let's talk to her. See what kind of information she has that we don't. But she hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
Bold of you to come back here after what you did.
Oh boy, yeah, she knows me. Okay. I only killed you after you killed me first. Now we're even. Yeah, I need to do this again. Oh, there's more stuff. Hang on a second. Please, I'm begging you. I'll do anything, just let me down. This is about last time, I'm sorry. Only let me out. Rush for the blade. Oh boy, let's try to talk to her. Yeah, let's try this. I only killed you after you killed me first.
But she doesn't answer your question. All she does is watch you in shadowed silence. Do you hear that trickling sound? The water's rising, isn't it?
Oh, I'm gonna drown.
It is, and it's rising fast. Oh, that's interesting. We've never drowned before. I wonder how it'll feel. Bad, I bet. I don't think dying ever feels good. Yes, how astute. Dying is bad and you should avoid it. How about you stop trying to talk to her and do something instead?
Alright, let's see. I'm gonna drown. Let's rush for the blade. I don't think any of this is gonna work. Okay, let's go the blade.
The princess eyes you with a disaffected gaze as you rush up the stairs, but you don't make it past the first few steps.
And why is that?
The door bursts open, a powerful wave of water crashing down towards you, and you're swept up in the flood. Your head slams into the basement wall. You come to a moment later, suspended in darkness, disorientated, only aware of the surface of the water and the emptiness above. And of course, the princess, hovering above you, watching in silence as you struggle to stay afloat in the icy depths. There's no way out. It's so dark and cold, I think our limbs are slowing down. How much longer can we do this? Just keep breathing, we'll figure this out. Or we won't. It doesn't matter either way, but you don't have time to figure anything out. Something cold and clammy wraps around your ankle.
Oh boy.
You're dragged under, only able to take one last hopeful gulp of air before your head is plunged into the freezing depths. As you sink below the surface, you see it. Or rather, you see her. The body you found floating when you first arrived, its hand is locked around your ankle, the heavy chains pulling you both down into the unfeeling, suffocating nothingness.
This is freaking crazy. Look at my leg though. I'm like a monster too.
Just get it away from us, please. The past is the past. There's no changing it. There's nothing to fix. And there's not a lot we can do about the present either. Not unless we think like we should have been doing all along. But there is no thinking as you drown. You desperately try to pull yourself back to the surface again, and again, and again. Your icy limbs flailing desperately against the grip of her rotting corpse. And all the while her ghastly figure stares down at you, expressionless, as unfeeling as the weight around your ankle.
Your lungs filled with water, the same as mine filled with blood. In the end, we're not so different.
Am I gonna turn into ghost? That's the question. Emptiness again. But your lungs don't fill, and both she and her bones are gone. Something has taken them away, and it's left something else in their place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. Where's the mirror? Okay, let's go to the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Why not? The mirror never scared you before, right? Let's ignore him. Well, no, he's been good to us, I think. Okay, let's try
It's
that.
different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
You approach the mirror, because I did it anyway.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into reflection. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Oh, is that me? It's you. God, look at me, a monster. You're alone in this place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. Where's the cabin at? How do I... Okay. What in the world? You are at the cabin. Approach her. That's crazy.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel? Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? You want to send me slay the princess? Oh, that's not the princess. Where is it? I don't know. Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Should we attack or should we destroy this? Okay, let's try to talk to her. Are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Good question. What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am? Let's do that one.
I think that you are like me.
Oh, really?
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of fragile vessel. What's that?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is guarded sorrow. She saw herself as alone, but in the end had the courage to share with another. She will make for a deep heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally been heard.
Right, is this the end of the world? Let's let her out of there. Know the narrator.
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Oh, crazy.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Okay. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Other good points. I'll let her out of there. Let's try that. Wait, are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Okay. But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Okay. I'll let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Okay, so it's not her. Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Okay, what happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okay, well, she's been really nice, honestly. I don't want to...
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Okay. How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? And what if I don't let you do this to me? I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Okay. You're being... What are you gonna do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Okay, how much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
Great. How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun. I'm not going back. Wait. You make me forget. What? Let's see, which... You make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Boy.
You won't.
Oh, everything goes dark and you die! Oh my god, that hurt. Oh my god.